Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Solution Provider. This is my second video on CATIA. In the first video, I explained you the different workbench in the CATIA that we use in our designing, 3D modeling and drafting. You can see part design, assembly, sketcher, wireframe, generative shape design. And then I explained the functionality of the common toolbars that we use in all our workbench. And then I started the video with Sketcher workbench. Okay, part name. Now in the first video I just told you how to enter in the Sketcher workbench. Now I will explain you what's the difference between two options like sketch and position sketch under the Sketcher toolbar. Like if you don't see this Sketcher toolbar in your toolbar, I explained you earlier also, like you can right click on the bottom bar, then here you can select the Sketcher, and under the Sketcher we have two options, sketch and position sketch. What the difference between two? Like we have three planes on which we will work. In the we work top plane, front plane, top plane and side plane. Okay, now I selected the top plane and I click on the sketch. It will take me to the Sketcher workbench, or I can say working sheet on which I will make any 2D shape or 2D geometry. Now it take me to the workbench here. If I create in the first quadrant of the sheet, I don't know where my image or my geometry will go in the 3D space, in which quadrant of the 3D space. Like see, I created in the first quadrant of the sheet, now it is reflecting in the second quadrant. It creates much difficulty when we are working on a complex projects, like they have multiple parts in the object and we need to make one part with a reference to the previous part. So it creates so much difficulty for the designer when we are working on the complex parts. So I recommend you always use this position sketch. How to use this? You just select position sketch, select the top plane, and you can orient your directions like I did, like I'm doing swap, vertical or horizontal. Now if I make a rectangle in the first quadrant, the rectangle will definitely come in the first quadrant. Now the benefit of the position sketch is this. Okay, once again I'm going to explain you. Top plane, position sketch, orient your axis, swap. Okay, if I create in the fourth quadrant, the figure will come the fourth quadrant in the 3D space. This is the 3D space where we add material and remove material, and this is the sketch. If you want to edit the previous sketch, you just go in the model tree. I explained the purpose of the model tree in my first video. You just click in the part body and sketch. You just double click and you here in the sketch. Okay, now delete this figure. Okay, now this is the Sketcher toolbar. Under the Sketcher toolbars, we make our 2D sketch or 2D geometry. Later we will add material over it, remove material and do other kind of 3D modeling and designing over it. Now under this the bottom toolbar is remain as it is, as we in the part design or in the first view. Now these three toolbar is changed. These are the three toolbars which are related to our Sketcher workbench. What are the name of these three toolbars? We can see under the insert menu, constraints, profile and operation. Let's check. Constraints, operation and profile. These are the three toolbars which we use to work in Sketcher. Okay, let's start with Sketcher workbench. If you go on and start, insert constraints. What are the constraints? Constraints means we are putting the dimension and arresting the degree of freedom of any 2D sketch. It's come under the constraints toolbar. And the profile, these are the profile means we use some geometrical tools like line, circle, rectangle, profile, line, axis, which we use to make our sketch. And under the operation is whatever the operation we do on the sketch, like corner, Like corner, it means fillet. At the corner, fillet, chamfer, trim. If you want to delete any line, if you want to shorten the line, if you want to increase the line further to the other end, and if you want to mirror one line with respect to any other line or any symmetry axis which come under a transformation. And this is 3D geometry, and I will explain all the 4 points under 3D geometry while we work in part design module. Okay, let's start with first profile. The profile line. What is the profile line? Profile line is a continuous line. You can see in the lower left corner, click or select the start point of the profile line. If you start one line point, and the profile line will continue until you close the sketch, or you will double click at any point. It's end here. Okay, now one more thing is, I am not going to double click now. I just join the figure. It will end now. This is the profile line. Okay, now under profile there are some predefined profiles. Profile means circle, rectangle, elongated hole, cylindrical elongated hole, keyhole profile, hexagon, centered rectangle, centered parallelogram. One by one we will discuss each. Rectangle, and by using any command, and what you need to do, you can read here in the lower left corner. Now you may read, select or click the first point to create the rectangle. I need to give the first point. Select or click the second point to create the rectangle. I can click. Now this is a rectangle, but there is no dimension in this rectangle. While we will discuss the constraints, we will give them dimension and constraints. Like two types of constraints we have: geometrical constraints, and here you can see geometrical constraints and dimensional constraints. Geometrical constraints are the constraints like the line is vertical or horizontal, is there any coincidence point, concentricity, coincidence, tangency. These are the geometrical constraints. And dimensional constraint, the dimension of any figure like length, width, angle. These are the dimensional constraints. Okay, let's move further. Profile, predefined profile. Other is oriented rectangle. What is oriented rectangle? We need to give select a point or click to locate the first point, then define the length, then define the width. Here is the rectangle. This symbol is coming. This is the geometrical constraints, means this side or this side are equal. And here you see in this dialog box there are six visualization. There are ignore the first three: diagnostic, dimensional. If you uncheck this, there is no dimensional constraints. If you uncheck this, no geometrical constraints. Okay, I will. Okay, and if you unable to view this visualization toolbar in your workbench, you just right click and get from here. Check or uncheck as per your requirement. Okay, let's move further. Profile, predefined profiles, parallelogram. We all know what the difference between parallelogram and rectangle. The opposite two sides are parallel. First point, you can give any second point to make a parallelogram. Okay, profile, predefined profiles, elongated hole, start point, end point, then give the radius. You can read also in the lower left corner. Click to define a center of the elongated hole, and these are the dimensions. And if you move the dimension any point, you just click on the green arrow and you can move it. And insert profile, predefined profiles. A cylindrical elongated hole is very much similar to elongated hole. You can try by your own. If you feel any problem, ask me, I will tell you. Hexagon, define the center point. Click the center, define the center of the hexagon, then define the length. This is the hexagon. Insert profile, predefined profiles. Centered rectangle means in the first rectangle we define the first means vertex of the. We create the rectangle by defining the vertex of the rectangle. Now we first define the center of the rectangle, then we can define the end point of the rectangle. Now this is the rectangle. I think toolbar, if I want to use the rectangle multiple times, I need to make 3 rectangles. So first practice is I will first click rectangle, I will make a rectangle. Then again I click a rectangle, I will create a rectangle. Now the effective way of using the command is double click. Now you can use the n number of times you want to make rectangle until unless you again uncheck the command or you press the escape button. Okay, I hope all the commands under the profile and predefined profiles are clear to you now. Okay, now I will explain you different types of circles. In circle we have circles, we need to define the center point and the radius. Click center point and radius. Other circles are 3-point circle. Now in this we do not need to define the radius, we just put 3 points and there's a circle. Better way, profile, line, and again I'm going to make one. This is line and one is what I'm was telling you earlier. This is the snapping. The point is getting snapped. The closest point, automatically my end point of the line getting snapped. Like coincidence, parallel. Again, if I feeling any problem while sketching with these options, you just press the shift button in the keyboard. The snapping is normal working now. You can freely place your point anywhere you want. Okay, now tritangent circle is first, second, third. Now circle is by touching the 3 points on the line at the tangency dimensional geometrical constraint. Now third is profile. Under the circle is arc. Arc means we need to define the center, first point and the last point. This is an arc. Profile, circle, 3-point arc. We need not to define the center point, we just define the 3 point, start point, center point and end point. Again circle, 3-point circle starting with limit. Okay, what's this mean? You may read on the lower left corner, click or select the start point of the circle. Okay, I selected. Select the end point. This is the end point. Now define I can see the radius of, or the depth of, or better I can say the radius of the arc. I suppose. Let's start with conic. Ellipse. In the ellipse we need a center point, then we define the major axis, then we define the minor axis. Ellipse. And under the profile conic we have 3 more options: hyperbola and parabola by focus. Now parabola, you can study what is parabola and hyperbola. You just need to start point, then the center point, start of the leg, the parabola, and the end point of the parabola. This is parabola. What is the use of these? We will see when we will take examples. Conic, hyperbola by focus, apex angle, start point and end point. Okay. For the conic, we need to make 2 lines first, then then we can make a conic in between these 2 lines. Like I will tell, make 1 line, a second line. The line will be a constructions lines because the main figure is conic, and with the help of these 2 constructions line we made this conic, and this conic and these construction lines are the part of conic command. Okay, now we will switch to profile line, and now I will give you one hint and the way of doing work. Like there is 2 methods to select any command. You first insert profile and then you can select from here or from these top toolbar shortcuts. Now under this line, this line we have 4 options. I need to work these lines again and again, so I will click here, and this is the line toolbar. I will click on the horizontal one. I will take the line toolbar separately. Now I need not to click again and again this option and to catch these lines. Now I can work I will explain you these 5 options, or I can say now this is clear to you. I hope how to take the toolbars out. Now this is a simple line, first point, and you can take end point. Okay, and this is the infinite line. You just click. You can click one click and you can place the infinite line. This is an infinite line. If you zoom, it will not end. Okay, and these the toolbars I already explained to you. Fit to all, normal view, and this is fit all in. Fit all in. Okay, this is the line in which by tangent line I need two curved surface to make this line. I have two curved surface, like, okay, this is the curved surface 1, this is the curved surface 2, and the line is get tangency from the start point and the end point. A line is constructed between two curved surface and the line is tangent on both the ends. This is bisecting line. Bisecting lines means between the two, it's like a angle bisector. Okay, I will explain. This is my one line and I will construct one more line at any point. Okay, now this I will select these two lines and the line will pass by the center of these two lines, like angle bisector. The angle between those two lines, suppose 120 degree, then the line at 60 degree from the base. This is line normal to curve. Like I just need to select 2 points, like okay, this is my first point. Okay, I will explain here. This will be better option. I will explain first point. Now I want the line should be perpendicular to this curve, but the line should start from this point only. I selected the point. I just click on this curve and the line any point, there will be one point on this curve when the line will perpendicular starting from this point, and it will automatically trace that point. Okay, I will explain in a one more option, like I want the line should start from this point and should perpendicular on this curve. I will just select any point on this curve. Okay, the line should start from this point and perpendicular from this by this option. Or I already told you, if you want to use any command multiple times, just click double click on the particular command and you can use n number of times. And if you face a problem of this snapping, like it's automatically tracing the nearest points. If you feel a problem while sketching, you just press shift button, then there is no snapping and you can easily construct your drawing. Now I am switching to next toolbar is spline. Spline, I think I have spline is a continuous line like a profile line, but in spline we do not have any sharp corners, and the line will remain continue to work until unless we double click or we will uncheck the command or will press a escape button, and you can construct this line. And the use of this command is a lot while we are working in the shape design or in wireframe, in generate shapes and wireframe. Under the profile we have one more is connect. Connect means it will connect two open ends by using a spline formula equation. This point, and I selected this point. This option is curve. If you want to the curve is inside, I want to connect this line via outside, so double click on the line, double click on the spline, and you can reverse the direction. Decrease. Okay, we will not waste too much time here or invest too much time on these simple commands. Axis, we have covered the conic spline line. The axis is an imaginary line through which an object is rotated. But the use of this axis I will explain you while we will work in our part design or when I will explain you the operation part. Okay, now the most important thing is point. Under the point we have 5 different points. Like this is a simple point. I will place anywhere in the space point. I can simply place the point on any line, any curvature or anywhere. If I want a point on this line, I will place a line. To give some dimension, we will study in the constraint parts. Okay, the second option of the point is point using coordinates. Like this is my universal coordinate here. Coordinate system is there. I will just get a better view. Okay, yeah. I explained you fit to all option and normal view option already. Like, yeah. I will again select the using the coordinates. Now you can read in the lower left corner, enter the absolute coordinate of a new point, or if select a reference point. I need to give a reference point from where I will give the its distance in the terms of Cartesian coordinate or polar coordinate system. I will select this center point. Okay, now I will give 100 mm horizontal distance on positive side, 100 mm vertical distance positive. Now the point is there. You can select any point. Like if I select this point, I want a point 100 mm, 0 mm horizontal and just 100 mm in vertical. The point will there. Now one more important point is equidistant points. Like I want to divide this line by 10 points with equidistance. Automatically I have the distance between these points is equal throughout the line. Now what is intersection point? Like I need to create a drawing at the intersection point of any two lines. Like I create two lines and I need to create a circle at the intersection of these two lines. But right now there is no intersection point, so I cannot get a exact intersection point of these two lines. So the best practice is intersection point. I will create first, select this line, then this line, and automatically I will get point at the intersection of these two lines. Now I simply select a circle, select this center point, and I will create a circle. Now the last command under point is projection point. Like I will draw one line. Now I want the projection of this point on this curved surface. As we all know, the projection is always at 90-degree angle. So I will select this point command, point on projection. I will select the point on projection. I will select this point on this surface. I will get a projection of this point at 90-degree angle because the projection is always at 90-degree. One more example I will give you. I will create a rectangle, projection, this point on this surface at 90-degree. Now I think I have covered all the points in the profile command, and in the next video I will first explain you the constraints. What are the constraints, what are different types of constraints, and how to give dimension and make your figure with 0 degree of freedom. And I will explain you this toolbar, what is visualization and what is the use of diagnostic, geometrical constraints and dimensional constraints. Okay, thanks for watching my video. I hope all the points I explained in this video is clear to you. If you feel any query, any problem, you can ask in the comment section, and you can mail me directly. My email ID is in the description. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.